Hello again YouTube, Mad Dog here. So, quick introduction to my Bergen. This is my loadout. Before I go into the detail of what's in here, a quick overview of the actual Bergen itself. It's a standard British Army 120 litre Bergen. 2 detachable side pouches on either side and a fixed centre pouch. There's a lot of kit in here. I don't really know where to start with it, so I'll take it from the top and work down what I choose to carry. This setup is basically to last for 2 days if you're away for 2 days, but with a contingency of, you know, in an emergency if you have to stay out for a lot longer. So it's just a quick overview really. I'm going to get to each compartment, take the contents out of each compartment, take it in the shed, show you what I actually carry in this old bad boy. So starting from the top, this is something I would recommend from the offset, and it is the waterproof cover for your Bergen, because although they are watertight, they do have a waterproof inner lining. You know, with age and wear, they do let water in. So to keep the equipment dry, recommend getting one of these. This is just a cover that goes over the whole bag, an elasticated cover, but because it's waterproof also means that you can collect water in it in an emergency should you need to. These also make great makeshift pillars. You know, you can stuff a load of dry grass and leaves in there, zip it up, makes a great pillar, rather than laying your head on an old hard Bergen, which if you've done it you'll know what I mean. It's not comfortable. So that'll be my first bit that I keep on top. Around the back here I've got some black rope, good strong rope. I think there's about 15 feet of rope. That serves a couple of purposes. If you're hiking with a buddy or colleague and you're in bad adverse weather, you can tie a line to each other, so you've got that safety catch net if one of you falls and you need to, you know, pull each other to rescue, or you can keep track on each other in really bad weather. Also, you could make the Swedish seat out of that should you need to abseil or do any steep descending, which I'll cover in another video. So they're the two top items. On the side of the Bergen, the top of the lid, there's also a top pouch, and that's where the contents begins really. What I try and do is I pack it in an order so that the first thing out is the most important things that you need immediately. So if it starts tipping it down with rain, first things out, if you're at a place where you're going to make camp, is going to be your tarpaulin and securing the area, make sure that you can have somewhere dry to operate. So that's basically what's in here, which I'll cut to in the next bit of the video. Stay tuned. So I've moved back into the garage just so it's a bit easier for you, hopefully for you all to see what I'm doing. So the PLC Bergen again, so turn it around, and on the previous part of this video I'm going into the top part of the portion, the lid. So you'll notice something that's reoccurring on this, hopefully, is that I bag everything and that's another little thing I choose to keep in my little radio just for morale, and if you need to catch up with any news or local events, always handy to have a little radio. Keep your batteries in good check. So in the top I keep what for me is, if I'm setting up a camp, the first items are, which is something like this. So I've got a tarpaulin, an 8x8 tarpaulin, a paracord all set up ready to go, snap light. That's another redundancy that you'll see reoccurring, is that with every kit item, parcel if you like, I've always included a snap light for the eventuality that your torch fails, your torch has been misplaced, whatever, you've still got a form of seeing what you're doing in the dark. A couple of bungee straps on here as well, which I also use to tie the whole thing together. So straight away with this I can set up a tarp, whether it be in a basher tent form. If normally I would carry a hammock as well, which isn't in here at the moment, but you can use this to make like a makeshift tent, as you know, ground sheet even. Lots and lots of different shelters you can make with a tarp. So that's the first and foremost thing, in my opinion, is get your base set up, get yourself watertight, get yourself comfortable, then go move on from there, establishing your camp. So that's why I choose to put this on the top, and it also adds a bit of waterproofing to your actual kit. Maps, compasses and maps, that sort of thing, I would normally carry in the zipper of my jacket, so you've got it to hand at all times. Whilst on the subject of maps and map reading, the two shoulder straps of the bag, where the straps tension onto yourself, I've also added a small torch, little flashlight there, so that it's always at hand when you're wearing it for map reading or immediate tasks. Top little tips worth doing. Spare batteries for the radio and torches, and that's it for the top portion. It's just dead simple, just getting your base established. So what I'm going to do now is, before I go into the main part of the Bergen, which also contains two poles, extendable poles for making a small tent with your tarp, I'm going to pick on the side portions now. And I don't know if it's picking up or not, but I've actually written on this first aid, because, you know, if you're the casualty and somebody else finds you, you know, and if they've not prepared, they know where to go when they find you to access your first aid equipment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick on this pouch next and show you the contents of in here. So firstly, water bottle, water canteen. I carry 3, one in each pocket, one in each pouch. A head torch. Again, it's nothing worse than struggling in the dark, so it's only a cheap and cheerful thing, but you know the thing. Multifunction head torch. This is that elasticated muscle tape. You know, if you get sprains, ankle twists, etc., get yourself taped up. And in here I've got a very comprehensive first aid kit, which I'll probably take into the shed and show you the full contents of this in the next part of this video, because it is quite comprehensive. There's a lot of stuff in here, 1 or 2 items that you might not have thought of as well. Touching on might not have thought of, I also carry a foot first aid kit. Now if you've ever done any serious hiking, you know, you'll know that if your feet are in poor condition or get injured, then it's game over. You're no good to nobody. So your feet must be in good condition and know how to take care of them if you do get injured. I'll go through that again later on in the video or another video. Foot powder, antifungal foot powder, same as that goes along with the foot care kit. So that's what I keep in the side pocket, number 1 anyway. So what I'm going to do now is cut to another video and show you the contents of my first aid kit and the foot care kit. I think I've actually already done a video on this previously, so if you want to skip back to that and check that out, it's worth doing. This is, in my opinion, one of the most important bits of kit if you're going to do some serious hiking. So I guess this concludes part 1 of this. I don't want to blast you with it too much straight away and bore you all to death, but there's a lot of kit to get through, so I'm going to do it every so often, just throw it out there. So this is part 1 of the series of my contents of the Bergen. Thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned. See you on the next one, which won't be long. Mad Dog signing off. Yeah.